Hello, chat! Oh my god. Hello, everyone! Also, shout out to Brainy. Thank you for the follow while we're on the loading screen. Thank you. Hello, chat. Hi, Eli. Hi, Fusoku. Hi, Kai. Hi, Tired Ship. Hello, everyone. I am here with another episode of... Hi, Brainy. I'm here with another episode of Nostalgia Chatter with HibbySloth. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello, that's me. I'm the sloth. I'm Hibby.
You are, in fact, indeed the sloth. You want to say what you do on your Twitch, on all that good stuff? What the Hibby does?
Yeah, I mostly do art streams. Sometimes I play video games, but lately these days I mostly just draw.
Mm-hmm. And also, little shout out to give Hibby some support because they're currently going through some stuff. Definitely consider donating to Hibby's Ko-fi. Help Hibby out. Help a sloth out, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate you plugging that.
Of course, no, of course. I wanna help. I get the struggles, so I wanna help boost that. Also, hi Ape, hi Gads, how you doing? Hi Grubs, hello everyone. Everyone's here to hear your secrets of your childhood. Now we're gonna talk about nostalgia. Yeah, you guys aren't sick of that, right? 7th episode, you guys aren't sick of it? 10 out of 10 best sloth of the internet. You are actually, you are the second sloth I've now to interview.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've actually, the second person I interviewed was a sloth. Well, their persona was a sloth. And, their name is Boon Bum. And they were the second person I interviewed.
Oh. I've not heard of them, and I've seen quite a few sloth VTubers. I guess they're growing.
Oh, they're not, he himself's not a VTuber, but he is an animator, and actually, Hibby,
okay.
do you know of the famous animation, It's Raining Tacos?
No.
You don't know that?
I don't know that.
Oh my goodness, hold on, I'm gonna, it should not be copyrighted, because it's like I'm not gonna stream it just in case it is copyrighted, but I will show it to you, Hibby, specifically. Hold on, It's Raining.
Please do.
Let me, cause the animator who made that, I interviewed that person. There you go, here you go.
Alright, let me check this out.
Yeah. It's Raining Tacos, hell yeah, all my people know It's Raining Tacos.
Oh, this whips. This looks cool.
Uh-huh. Apologies for—
Oh yeah, you know it's good when it's 11 years old and has 77 million views.
Exactly!
You know it's good.
You know it's good. Back when the world made sense, so true. Back when Rain Tacos was so normalized. Back when XD raw potato.
Those were the good old days.
Those were the good old times. But I interviewed the animator to that. He's actually a good friend of mine.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. And his character was a sloth, actually. Hold on, I can show you in DMs his character.
Okay.
While I pull up the questions.
Alrighty.
That's his character, who's also very, very different sloth. Sloth's a different kind.
Oh, that's a cool design. I like it.
Mm-hmm. No, I love the hair was actually really fun for me to draw.
I like their hair.
Mm-hmm. But no. Well, we're focusing on one sloth today, and we're gonna focus on your slothness of nostalgia. I'm trying to get better with segues. All right, so question number one for you, Hibby.
Mm-hmm.
What would you define nostalgia to you? And this could be your own definition from your own life experience, or like just from yourself.
Honestly, for me, I guess my definition of nostalgia would be the things I grew up with that are nostalgic to me. And in that case, it would be like sitting in front of a TV with my eyes too close, watching like 90s Nickelodeon, eating bags of barbecue chips and learning what those tasted like for the first time, drawing, no matter how many sketch pads I went through. Summers where I would spend with my cousins, we would be in our grandmother's basement and watch cartoons and play at the swimming pool that would be at my grandmother's. Stuff like that is very nostalgic to me.
Very, very like fond memories that you look back on too, basically.
Yeah, fond memories. Definitely cartoons though, 'cause that's where my passion's at.
Oh, then you're gonna love a lot of the questions I'm gonna ask you then, because they all involve a lot of cartoons.
Ooh.
Because listen, cartoons is where like I think most of us really develop. That's where our personalities or our mindsets are built from the cartoons we watch.
Oh, for sure.
And you know, I'll kick right into the second question with that then. What was there any children's media that you watch as a tot that you think would be impactful to kids nowadays in this growing generation if it was like brought into this day and age?
So like something that I watched that you think would impact kids nowadays that
Yes.
they're not being able to see.
Yeah, basically.
That's a good one.
I'll
Something that
actually
impacted
throw in
me.
like a bonus question as well, because a lot of people like like to answer this both ways. You can give me like a positive cartoon and a negative cartoon.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So one that like affected me as a kid and then even more as an adult was like I think Hey Arnold was a good one. You don't get a lot of cartoons that are slice of life with I don't know, a lot of those late 90s Nicktoons stuff like that era of Rugrats and Hey Arnold had some pretty deep episodes. I still recall the Christmas episode where Arnold tries to reunite Mr. Quinn with his daughter, and that one stuck with me. I feel like that would be a cartoon that you don't see much like that these days. There's a few slice of life stuff in the last few decades. I think Craig of the Creek is like an example of it, but I feel like more shows like that would be good. I think to spin it to a negative, less Canadian licensed cartoons. So no, I'm a hater of stuff like, what's an example where they'd air on Nick, like Yakety Yak, George of the Jungle. I didn't even like 16 or Total Drama Island, but
you
I
don't
know
like
that's
Total Drama Island?
I think that's sacrilege to some people, but yeah, no, I never gelled with the like licensed Canadian Teletoon stuff.
Really? Funny enough.
Yeah.
I didn't watch, so I'm not Canadian, first of all. I didn't watch.
Some stuff out of Canada is good, you know, like Ed, Ed and Eddie is an example of that, but
But most of the other stuff is kind of like
if it's licensed Teletoon stuff that could end up that isn't like made by that network and it was on at that time, it's probably very mid.
Well, what was the network again that you said was like?
So like this is a mix of like both Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network would get this stuff. I remember 16 bounced between both when I was a kid. Yeah, no, stuff the Teletoon, which is the network that would license this stuff out. Yeah.
I have not heard of Teletoon. Maybe I'm Teletoon. Teletoon. There we go. I've not really heard of that broadcaster. Oh wait, was Teletoon responsible for Johnny Test?
Yeah, I think maybe. I don't know. That one isn't Canadian, but it is one of those Flash cartoons that isn't very good.
The whiplash sound effect is haunting me.
Yeah. Not my cup of tea, but when like you were as chronically watching television as I was as a kid, you would just shows like that would stick out because like I was the type of kid that would give anything that was on a chance, and you know a lot of times I would kind of just sit through something to see if it's good, and after a while I caught on as like I've been burned by these shows too many times. I don't like these.
they kind of have like they kind of blend in with each other, don't they?
They kind of do.
I'm looking at like what this TV show, like not TV show, this what they broadcast. I've actually not seen many of these before.
They're very niche. They're not like something people remember, and I guess it's for good reason. I don't vouch for a lot of these cartoons, but a lot of people do for stuff like 16 or Total Drama, and you can put me at the stake for that. I'm just not I'm not a big fan of those. I just remember. I guess because it's cheap to license, a lot of times networks would probably just want to like get a cartoon cheap to air. And they would get a lot of these Teletoon stuff. So like I remember Nick was promoting like it was their own something called Yakety Yak, and it was bad. There was My Dad is a Rock Star, which wasn't very good.
I've only ever seen the first episode of that because it's like on YouTube.
There was yeah, it was on. I was on Nick when I was a kid. Um, there was Cartoon Network got this Teletoon George of the Jungle that was really bad.
George, I've heard of George the Jungle. I've never watched it though, but I only know so basic of it.
It's like based off of I forget the name of the guy, but it's the dude that made like the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon. Like it's based off that, but the Teletoon version is just it's I would not recommend it.
I'll keep that noted, definitely. Oh no, yeah, there's some of these that look familiar to me, but majority of these is like I see like Jimmy Two Shoes. That's something I watched as a kid, actually. Did you watch that?
Yeah, that was on Disney, right? I think I was a little too old for it, but I do remember it.
Yeah, that was on like Disney XD, I believe. I do know 16, Total Drama. There are others is just like, yeah, this like broadcast like show must have just like, yeah, we'll take anything. Anything's fine.
Yeah, no, they have just a lot, and no, I'm not a big fan. I think to go back to the beginning, I do think a show that would be good if I don't know if kids were watching television. I don't know what kids do these days. I'd say something like Hey Arnold would be good because it stuck with me as an adult.
Was there like any like you brought up, like the Christmas episode of Hey Arnold? Was there like any other episodes that are kind of like very impactful of Hey Arnold that you can recall?
Yeah, plenty. They had this whole like story building up with Arnold's parents, and they wanted to cap it off with a movie, which they didn't get to do, which sounds funny if you know Hey Arnold because they did get to do a movie. Some network meddling there. The movie they put out was like a television movie that was done, and they just kind of painted over the main characters for that, and it bombed, so they didn't get to do the movie they wanted. And then eventually they got to do the movie they wanted as like a television special a decade later. But that's beside the. My point is, I'm getting into the semantics of it. The point is they built up, especially like near the the first few seasons about Arnold not having parents, and then near the end about who his parents were and why they were separated. And he finds like a map at the end of the last episode where he's gonna like go and try and find his parents in like what is it, San Lorenzo or something? I can't remember the name of it, but that was good. There's a few other good ones. Like a lot of the episodes usually have something where you empathize with a character. I remember there was a character that had a lot of bad luck called Eugene, and a lot of kids, like at the beginning of the episode, would probably be like, "Oh no, stay away from him." But Arnold, being the good guy he is, would do stuff with him, and you would see the good sides of him. Something else I remember. I know that Rugrats used to do this too with like cultural stuff, but like there was an episode of Hey Arnold where like you got to learn more about Arnold's bully or turned a friend Harold, and he was like Jewish. He has like a bar mitzvah and stuff, so you get to watch that. There's one where that also focuses on him where he like wants to adopt this kitty, but he belongs to this old lady, and he's struggling with trying to give that up. There's a lot of emotional episodes of that show, and it's not like ham-fisted. It's also really funny too at times. So like I think it's engaging for kids that like they might not get that at first, but as they get older, they'll learn to they'll look back on it and appreciate it.
Me personally, I didn't grow up watching Hey Arnold, so I definitely missed out on like that emotional factor that it probably had. But hearing you talk about it, I feel like that'd be very beneficial for like kids nowadays to have something similar to that of Hey Arnold.
Oh yeah, it's very bingeable if you can find it on a streaming service. I'd recommend it.
I'll probably look into it actually. It sounds genuinely interesting. The only thing I know about Hey Arnold is the Helga has like a big crush on him, and that's it.
Oh yeah, that's a big running theme.
That's like a big theme.
But it's one of the more humorous aspects of it, but sometimes they can get into some good story beats. But yeah, it's an aspect of the show.
I'll definitely look into it, and just basically the negative is all of the Teletoons.
Yeah, that was my negative experience as a kid, was getting duped thinking, oh man, this cartoon's gonna be fun, and it was some shitty Teletoon cartoon that didn't have any substance to it.
Is that like the main thing about like a Teletoon's like it's just like a pile of mush of cartoon?
Yeah, I don't care what any adult would say, that kids can kind of see quality. I know I did when I was a kid. I knew when I was watching something that was funny or entertaining, and I'm sorry to any fans that like that stuff. It just I did not. I felt the cringe, even as a young kid.
Little Hibby just saw Teletoon cartoon, just went like, what is this?
Why does this not make? Why am I cringing?
But it's like it's making my face hurt, not the good way.
Right?
That you know that is actually very true. Like kids aren't that dumb. They can see. Like they're not like
They can.
yeah they have eyes, you know.
Yeah, no, they deserve more credit than they're given, I think.
No, I absolutely agree with that. It's just sad because like I don't watch TV as much as I used to, but like from what I've seen, there's very little of what we had as kids, and more like kind of like not Teletoon level, but kind of like brain numbing material. Like the new SpongeBob is not as good, in my opinion.
Hey, watch what you say. We have Patrick Star's show alumni in chat right now.
Oh no. The Patrick stuff is separate.
No, I get what you mean. It's like, you know, it's stuff, you know, when something lasts that long, it's not always going to hit the same beats. It's different people working on it. I'm never going to judge somebody's opinion whether they like it or not. And I think you're valid completely for feeling the way you feel about that sort of stuff. I'm so like behind the scenes with that sort of things. Like I look at new SpongeBob and I just see like, I'm not even watching it as like the episode. I'm kind of dissecting it for like how my friends have made it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, no, actually, that's a very interesting like point of view. Actually, I have seen like the back. I follow Gads on Twitter, so I can appreciate the new SpongeBob from that point of view. From not as much as you can, but like
yeah.
I only ever see the final product. However, I will say a lot of the jokes are funny in it.
I also think like. Because I'm so old, when I think of new SpongeBob, I'm actually thinking of a decade-old SpongeBob where like it was very not great quality in my opinion.
Understandable.
I think nowadays there's hits and there's misses, but I just don't. I'll be frank, I don't watch television like I used to. Like I mean, clearly I don't think either. I don't know if you have cable, but I highly doubt it.
Not as I used to. No.
Yeah, I just don't watch stuff like I used to. That doesn't mean I don't watch things. Like, I am still a big fan of animation. I just am not, I don't know. I'm not beholden to a network. I really fell out of Nickelodeon was the thing, and I don't think I ever really got back into keeping up with them like I used to. There's been, like, spots and moments of stuff like that where, like, I think a little over half a decade ago they like did some TV movies like the Arnold one I was talking about, and they did one for Rocco and Zim that got put on Netflix. So like I've kept up with a couple things, but like a lot of their shows I've not given the time of day. I really fell off in like the mid 2000s from Nick and became like a Cartoon Network head.
I'm trying to like recall like again, like I don't watch TV either as much as I used to. But like I'll sometimes turn on it. I have, as I say, I have a TV. I have at least one TV in my house, and I'll turn on the TV just to like kind of like have background noise while I eat my food, because I need like something to watch while I eat my food, you know.
That's me with like video essays these on YouTube these days. Like I've been really in a bad habit of, if I'm fixated on something, I'll put on a video essay. Like this past couple week, it's been because the new Planet of the Apes came out, and I wanted. Yeah. I've never been into that franchise. So I binged the 3 movies from the newest trilogy last Saturday. So I've just been watching like breakdowns of people talking about the movies for basically to stimulate my brain the past few days.
Well, did you have any interest in it, or just like it just happened?
So the new one was coming out, and I was fixated. I was fascinated on it. I was like, well, I've never given this series a shot, and I've heard people say it's good, and it was really good. I watched it with Ape of the Hour, who's in chat, and a few other friends. And that, you know, we're talking about animation. I know there's animation in that movie. All the chimps are CG. Really good trilogy. I'm surprised more people don't talk about those movies. Heading to work now. It was nice to meet you too, Eli.
Take care, Eli.
I think
Have a
that's
good
your
day at
name.
work. Yeah, Eli.
Yes.
You did good.
Yes, I am now monkey maxing. I am
He's
ape filled.
now a monkey pill. My mission is complete.
That's right.
Hi, Miri.
Hi, Mary.
I've only ever I had a film class during my first semester of college, and I only know so much about the Planet of the Apes through college. You know, we binge watch all the trailers of like the build up and like how like the cinematics change for each movie, right? And I'm not personally that interested, but like I'm fascinated like your
Yeah.
interests.
So like I had no interest up until like a week ago. My exposure to Planet of the Apes was like references in cartoons I would watch growing up, like Futurama would reference it or stuff like that. And it always looked, not to diss anybody that likes the 70s movies, they looked really corny to me. So like it just didn't look like something I'd like. These newer movies are heavy. Like, these new ones are like pretty serious. Yeah, no, you wouldn't think that for a monkey movie, but they're actually pretty dark.
You wouldn't think that for a monkey movie.
No.
It's not like the funny monkey movies.
No, it's deep stuff. I was surprised by them.
I'll actually like, you got me thinking about the Planet of the Apes now.
Well, I mean, if it's something, if you like stuff that's like big on philosophy and like heavy action, or just like watching, I don't know, CGI monkey, you might like it. I wouldn't recommend it like I am with cartoons, but they were fun. It was fun time.
I'll have that on my list of like possible things to watch and listen while I draw, as I work movies.
Oh yeah, just as a warning, they're heavy films.
I appreciate the warning. Again, like, are they like, they're really that heavy, huh? Like philosophically?
Yeah, like the third one has like these soldiers taking out of the monkey in what is essentially a concentration camp.
Oh.
Yeah, there's it's they flip like the whole idea of the original movies on their head. It's like there's a scientist that wants to save his dad from Alzheimer's, and so he makes this medicine. He makes like this, what he calls a medicine at first, to try and like cure that. And they test it on chimpanzees, and they end up getting really smart. And he has to raise this baby one because one of them ended up freaking out in the laboratory, and all of them kind of got killed because of it. Also, thank you for following Tim, CJ Bear Gaming.
I didn't want to interrupt you while you're talking, but yeah, thank you, CJ Bear Gaming, for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's so you watch you just watch this ape, he's like named Caesar, kind of grow up and be raised by these humans, and then end up getting put into like kind of like this containment place because he ends up getting in trouble for something. I don't want to spoil the movie too much.
No, yeah,
but
yeah.
He ends up rebelling with a lot of these other chimps that he ends up getting smart with that serum, and they like attack.
And then the whole rest is like the movie.
Yeah, while they get smart, the people that did get infected with that are now carrying this COVID-like disease that is killing pretty much the entire population, almost the entire population of the Earth.
Oh my goodness.
So like the second movie, you're just watching these apes kind of in the forest living their life, and there's a small like section of humans. And it's deep because you've got like Caesar that grew up with humans and doesn't hate them, and then there's this one he considers a brother that you meet in the first movie called Koba, and he was like experimented heavily on by humans, so he doesn't trust them. So there's this differentiating ideology that butts these two heads together. It's good. It's good stuff.
I'll definitely look into that. I haven't watched a lot of movies recently, and I want to watch more like almost heavy stuff. So I'll actually look into that. I've always heard of it.
They're a good time. And like there's some funny characters in it too. Like I like the orangutan, Maurice. There's
Toadies.
there's an ape. There's an ape in the third movie that is not native to where these apes were. He doesn't know sign language like the other ones, but he can speak a little bit of English, and he's called Bad Ape because he thinks that's his name. Because those are people called him.
Aww.
He's really goofy.
He's really.
But, yeah, no, you should look into it.
I'll definitely look into that. Thank you.
Welcome.
So moving on from film and cartoons for the time being, we're going to talk about toys, which I've seen your shelves.
That's more my. Oh yeah.
So
I am obsessed with toys.
dab me up with that. I love toys too. It was like one of, I don't know if you ever see when I post on Twitter. I am a massive doll collector. But I'm gonna hit you with this question, Hibby. What was your everything toy as a child? The toy you carried around everywhere that you absolutely treasured as a kid?
So that's a really good one. So I don't have this toy anymore because this ties into the reason for the fundraiser. At my home was burned down like a decade ago by my stepfather. It was really tragic. But I had this plush that I got in an aquarium when I was a kid. Of like an eel, and I liked it good enough then. Like it wasn't special to me at that point. It was just a toy I had, and then I went to it was a. Let's see if I can find it. Excuse me.
No,
I went to a clothing store. It was a clothing store. It was called Peebles. I don't know if anybody knows what Peebles is. Peebles.
Peebles?
It was called Peebles, yeah. It was a clothing store, and this clothing store had like some Christmas decorations, and one of them was like a little Christmas sweater that was just small enough to fit on like a plush.
Oh my goodness!
And I put that thing on the eel, and I'm gonna show you it on Discord DMs because I still have a picture of it.
Oh my goodness! Can I share the image on stream?
Yeah, it's the only proof I have left that he exists, so sure.
That's such an interesting eel plush, though.
Right? I've been wanting to recreate it, but like I can't find this exact eel when I search online for it.
Oh, that's so upsetting. Okay, okay, there we go. It's because the image is a little bigger for the TV. I'm gonna put it like right here. So the moment you put the sweater on him. Or
he became very special to me.
The sweater made him better, basically.
It did. It made him. It kind of made him my own. I loved him.
And you don't have this guy anymore, sadly.
No, he was lost in the fire, unfortunately.
I'm so sorry, genuinely.
I'm just glad I have a memory of. I'm glad that I wanted to share this with the internet and put this on DeviantArt. I'm just glad I'm glad I have a memory. I'm glad I have a picture of him.
I'm glad too, cause now we get to show the boy.
Exactly.
Does he have a name, or did he have a name?
I just called him Eel with Eel in a sweater.
Eel in a
sweater. Just his name.
Eel in
a sweater.
Have you ever thought about like recreating Eel as like a character by chance, or just like?
I did draw him once when I was in middle school.
Oh, you did?
It could be something I could bring back, but something about like the raw plush energy of him, I would feel like it'd be a hard time recreating that.
He does have a lot of personality in these photos.
Right.
I'm so like curious of just like the manufacturer who made this plushie.
I know, because like it's a very specific kind of eel. Like I don't know what kind it is, and
is it blue?
Trust me, I've looked.
Is it a blue? Was it blue? I want to make sure the blue is like the colors are like. Is it blue or gray in these pictures?
It looks. I think it's a gray eel with like blue little fins.
I also see it has like blue eyes too.
Yeah, it does have blue eyes.
I hope that one day you'll be able to either recreate him or have something similar to him one day.
I would hope so. At the very least, I could always just like recreate like with something similar. There's other plush out there.
But no, Eel looks magnificent. Beautiful. I'm so happy to be introduced to him.
I'm glad I could share him.
Absolutely. He's such a what a lad. What a lad he is. So moving on from your childhood toy now into the future toys. As an adult, what was something that you always wanted as a child? You never got it, but now that you're an adult, you can get it now.
You know, so here's the thing. I always wanted it, but there was never any games that I wanted to get on it because I was so Nintendo pilled. I could get a PS2 now. I never owned one. Something I did do though that I wanted as a kid is I wanted the whole Furby Buddy collection, and now I have it.
Oh yeah, I've seen your shelf because you've taken pictures with the peeplies. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, the peepees.
The peepees, yeah.
Yeah, item label.
Yeah, I've yet to buy from their shop, but I keep seeing you and like Quinn like post about them all the time.
Oh yeah, no, we're obsessed. You're fucked if you end up buying one of those. There's no going back. Here.
Oh yeah, let me see.
It's loading, but if you are able to put, you should be able to put an MP4 up on stream. This literally just show off my whole setup. It's almost
taking
done.
sweet time.
It's thinking.
It's thinking.
There you go.
I should be able to put that on the stream, actually. I could put that on the TV.
Yeah, you can put that on the TV.
Let me see if I can, real quick. Hold on, I might have to save an image, I might have to put a video. Hold on. Where is it? Let's do, media source would probably be good. Actually, hold on, maybe, I got this. Because I gotta show this. Open link. Oh no, you mother Frosker! This is very important because like I said, you post a lot of your, oh my goodness. I didn't realize it was gonna have sound.
Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this. I've been side Googling this whole time. This is the first time I've found a lead for that eel plush.
Oh my goodness.
I found a Pinterest, although it doesn't help me much, but there's a picture of it here. There's the eel. That's the exact one there.
Let me see. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, you're getting close!
I'm getting close. If I can find this thing. The problem is, how am I gonna... I don't know how I'm gonna find the exact sweater. But if I could find the eel, that'd be great.
You could customize him always. Just like different sweaters. Put him in a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm trying to like... Oh, wait. Oh, maybe I can... here we go. I figured it out. Oh, you bitch. Fuck. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Properties. Is that... here we go. Microsoft Media Player. Here we go. Let me kind of...
Yeah.
Let me kind of like... There we go. Let me pause the music so we can also hear it.
Good idea.
This is the best... to show to chat, this is Hibby's collection. Oh my god. Yeah, there's the Furby buddies.
Yeah, there they are. That's my Furbies.
Oh my god.
And I have the bag of wee wee.
You have a bag of wee wee?
Yeah, those are the wee wees.
Oh my goodness, Raid! Dragon Toes, thank you for the raid! Oh my goodness! Hold on, let me give you a shout real quick. Thank you, Dragon Toes. Hello, Raiders! I see a very familiar sloth. Yes, Hibby is here with me. Thank you for the raid, Dragon Toes. Let me shout you out because I appreciate you so very much for that. Thank you. Hello, Raiders. Welcome to the Nostalgia Chatter. What are you doing on your side of Twitch? It does not want to tell me. So tell me how you were doing. No problem. I had to cut stream short because my internet was dog water. I know that feeling too well. I'm so sorry. I hope your internet gets better though. I hope you had a good stream and welcome, Raiders. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Hibby.
Oh, no, I was just saying I hope so too.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay, good. It's just like always the one thing I worry about whenever I like interview people. So I never want to cut you off.
It happens. You're good. It's no problem.
No, but your collection is very impressive. The only thing from the shop I've ever looked at that has the PPs is those little star guys that like what are they called, suckles?
Sucklets, yeah.
Sucklets. I want to get a sucklet because that's probably the only one I probably want. It's so funny you brought up like the first. So like that was the one thing you wanted to get as a kid, but that you have now as an adult.
Oh yeah, I wanted all the Furbies, the Furby Buddy plush, and I was able to get those about a year or two ago. A lot of people helped me finish that by buying them off of my throne for my birthday.
Oh, that's so cool. Did you actively went out to hunt some of these yourself? I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, so they're all over eBay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, if you just type Furby Buddy on eBay, you'll find a majority of them. Some of them are a bit more scarce.
Mm-hmm.
And I had gotten the rarer ones over time, but then there's like a bunch that I just hadn't picked up, so I just threw them on my throne, and they were cheap, so, you know, people ended up just buying them for me.
I actually ever own one Furby Buddy, but I converted him into a long Furby.
I mean, that's a good thing to do. I don't blame you for that.
I imagine you probably have the exact Furby I use. It's he's like tan with brown fur on his head with blue eyes.
Yeah, that's the tan one with the brown fur on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the bear cub color. Like they all have specific like names to what their color is.
Oh.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah, I made him. His name is Excalibur.
I'm so jealous. I've always wanted a long Furby.
I've thought about making more of them, actually. I only ever made one, and I made him in high school, because I saw one person made them on YouTube. I'm like, I need to make that. I need to make one. Let me see. I should have a picture of him. He's on my bed. Hold on. Let me grab him, because he's just kind of, like, facing upside down on my bed right now. My fellow viewers know about Excalibur, because during my 12-hour stream, I dedicated a good solid hour to Furby brushing ASMR. Where I just did nothing but brush Excalibur's fur, and everyone was just like, this is content we wanted, Tim. But this is him. He's hand-stitched and beautiful.
Oh my god, he's great.
Yeah, there he is.
I love him.
He's been with me since high school. I think I made him my sophomore year of high school. Yeah, my sophomore year of high school. And oh, how he's garnered so much attraction, both negative and positive, because I scared so many people in high school with him. I've thought about making more long Furbies in the future, because he was fun to make.
That's awesome.
Custom Hibby long Furby.
Oh, I need it. They do have green Furby buddies.
Oh, honestly, like if I can get my hands on another Furby buddy, I'll make you one. Dead ass.
I will pay you for one.
I wouldn't have you words. I wouldn't have you have to pay me. Honestly, I need more practice with sewing.
Okay, so long as you're fine with that.
No, absolutely. I'm just gonna write that down in my notes, because I'm trying to like do a lot more sewing stuff recently.
Cool.
But let me open my questions. That was quick. Okay, there we go. So yeah, moving on from number 4, my fourth question. Oh my god, my brain is so frazzled. I'm thinking about Furbies now. But my next question for you, Hibby, is what was your favorite thing or place as a kid that's just completely gone due to the modern age?
Favorite place or thing that's gone?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question.
Mm.
I know there's something like that.
Mm.
It's funny because I was such a homebody. I didn't get out much.
Mm-hmm. That's
Trying to think.
understandable, yeah.
I am trying to think about it.
Mm-hmm. No, take your time. Take your time.
You know, I'm sure these are still a thing, but I don't see them the way I used to. I miss flea markets, especially in my
Ah,
area. I used to
yeah.
go to a lot of flea markets, and I would find a lot of used games,
Mm-hmm.
and it's how I would, or like old toys and stuff. I don't see a lot of those these days.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. I don't often see many, I actually recently only started going to flea markets recently, and, well, I say recently, I didn't go to flea markets in my childhood, but, like, when I started going into my, like, into high school years, basically, I am obsessed with flea markets, definitely. Can I ask what were flea markets like before you, when you were, like, younger?
Well, I think why I'm so like, oh, I don't because we used to have like a really big one here in my area,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandmother used to work at one, and it was just gigantic. It was like everything you could think of that you would want would be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't see anything like that. Like, there's obviously like thrift stores and stuff you can still go to, but
Yeah.
like, I'm very nostalgic for that time of my life. I'd love to go back to one of those. I just don't think there are any
Mm-hmm.
anymore where I'm at.
No, that's understandable, yeah. But yeah, flea markets are still fairly spaced out, but the better ones are more seasonal in the warmer weather. Yeah. No, yeah, that's so true, Bloomintoon. I.
Yeah, it was at a time where you could find like
Mm,
easily find certain N64 and PS1 games. I think that's how I got my copy of Banjo-Tooie was at a flea market,
mm,
and back then I remember seeing Conker's Bad Fur Day at one before it got really expensive.
mm-hmm,
So like stuff like that, I don't see that much
mm-hmm.
these days.
Especially with, like, I'm guessing, like, some flea markets that if you still go to, like, any of your local ones, they're much more, like, very much more, like, furniture, or, like, kind of, like, more antique
Oh yeah,
based, basically.
definitely more antique based.
Mm-hmm. No, I get what you mean. I only recently found a thrift store. It's like, have you ever been to, like, a thrift mall before?
No, I don't think so.
Hibby, you would be in heaven. Let me just tell you, because
Oh,
I've been to two in my life. One is actually I discovered this in my area, local to my area, where it's just, oh my god, like you think a thrift store is good. Imagine like a huge like mall essentially, like a literal like maze, building after sector, of like nothing but like new items basically. Not new, but like, like different stuff.
hmm,
And the one
that
I
sounds
recently,
awesome.
oh my god, it is awesome because the one I recently discovered has like a lot of old stuff, like a lot of like old toys, old like I've seen like video game consoles, a lot more stuff. I feel like you definitely like, definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Can I ask, when you ever like you go to thrift stores, what's like your specific target to hunt for? Like when you go, what's like in your mind to look for?
Always been toys. Like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that's very nostalgic to me. I was like looking to see what's there.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, me
Both
too.
me and my partner
Mm-hmm.
collect a lot, so it's still like that to this day.
Was there like can I ask like what was like the best thrift store find you've had?
Oh, I've got a couple.
Ooh, share
Though
them.
some aren't thrift stores. One was a childhood find that I'm very lucky to still have because
Mm,
I didn't lose it in the fire because I brought it with me to where I was at the time.
that's good.
But I got this. I wanted to show it off to my friends I was staying at for a convention. It's this like a keychain plush, but it's this knockoff like Pokemon doll. It's like a. Let me get a. I can try and get a picture of it.
Take your
But
time, yeah.
it's like a green Pikachu. It's called like Y2K bug,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes like Kirby and baby noises. Um,
Huh. Really?
it's very silly. I need to. I love it to death though. It sounds weird. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me, it sounds weird, but it looks adorable, and it's goofy, and it's just something I've appreciated to have
I'm very
since
curious.
I was able to find it. It was when I was like like a 10 or 11-year old,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had it with me since then, I've still got it here. I've got it on one of my shelves here. If I can find. Here, let me go to one of my pages because I'm just pulling up a bunch of images. I know I have. Yeah, I got a picture of him. Let me go to Discord. Here is picture of Y2K Bug.
Let me take
one of my most treasured finds.
Let me take a gander at this. Oh my goodness! Oh!
Yeah, look at him.
Oh my god! Look, I gotta put him on stream. Oh my god! So is this like a knockoff?
Yeah, it's a knockoff toy. I know nothing about it other than I've had one person approach me on Twitter wanting to know more about it because they sent me this and they didn't know a green one existed. I don't know anything about these other than I got it
Y2K
at this what was it? At this like very deep southern flea market type of thing that had a bunch of knockoff stuff, a lot of bootleg stuff. And I just thought this was cute, right? Like I just thought it was funny. And it's just been a funny like story, like a little piece of history for me to talk about with friends, and I'm just lucky to still have it because I think I'd be heartbroken if this was something I lost when I was a kid.
No, definitely always hold on to this little guy. Oh my goodness. I'm a sucker for a lot of bootleg merchandise, honestly. I think bootleg merch is like probably the funniest things to like look at. It's wrong. Like legally it's wrong. But man, is it funny.
Oh, for sure. And then my other best find, I think, and I'm very grateful to have found this. This was at a local convention, and they were selling it for like $20. And this thing, you can't find it on eBay, you can't find it on Amazon, and if you do, it's been like $100 or something expensive. But it's a plush of Fred Fredberger from Billy and Mandy.
Oh my goodness, wait. Oh, that's so cool! Oh!
I know. I was like, I was shocked that I found that where I did.
Let's get Fred up in here. Show the Fred.
Yeah, let's show off Fred.
I love Fred Fredberger.
Me too. I love Billy and Mandy a lot. There's not a lot of merch, and if it is, it's super rare. So like to have found this was insane to me.
Oh, that's so cool. Is he like really soft, or is he like?
He's very, very soft.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's really cool though. Oh my goodness, I love that for you. That is definitely one of my best finds. Oh, that is really cool. Oh, that's sick.
Heck yeah.
No, yeah, I love thrift stores so much.
Me too. Or like conventions. I love going to like artist alleys and the dealer's booth, because a lot of times in dealer's booth you don't know what you're gonna find. Sometimes you'll find like stuff people have made, and that's one of a kind and really cool. But sometimes you'll run across, I don't know, something rare like that. You just won't know. Like I went to a convention the first time I had since the pandemic had started about a month ago. There's a local one at a college that's where I'm at. And they were selling, you know, these aren't very rare, but it's like something that was sold out. So like, you know, the movie that came out last year, Nimona, right?
Yeah.
So they had, Netflix had like plushes of Nimona and like two forms that she turns into. Like one was a shark and a whale. And the main like girl form had sold out. So like all you could find were just shitty bootlegs. And this convention like had ones. I was like, okay, I gotta buy that. I love that movie. So like, I love like nice finds like that.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually only recently started going to. I went to my first convention actually this year. I've never been to one till recently.
Oh, sick. Conventions are awesome.
Yeah, I actually I talked to RJ because RJ was one of my recent guests, and they talked my ear off about like lovingly, like they talk my ear off about like conventions, because they've been told they have like a lot of stories about like conventions, especially like early 2000s stories of conventions. Like I never heard of the term yaoi paddle until that stream.
Oh dear. You know, if you know what a yaoi paddle is, you deserve a senior discount. That's ancient. Like, I don't expect you to know what that is.
No, I never heard of it.
That's old shit.
I never heard of that. And like the horror stories, I just briefly hear from RJ, just like people got like kicked out from conventions because of the yaoi paddle because they kept hitting strangers.
Oh yeah, the yaoi paddle was quickly stopped. Yeah, because you can understand why.
No, I mean yeah, because like I can't imagine being like the victim of someone just like you're in cosplay, you're just walking around, you know, and then suddenly you get like smacked on your rear, like, and it hurts too because it's wood.
Oh.
Like, cause ow.
Yeah, no, ouch.
Have you been to like a lot of conventions like when you were younger, or like is it more in your adulthood that you went?
More in my early 20s, I started doing that stuff. I'm in my 30s, early 30s now, so like the last decade, I was doing cons up until the pandemic started, and there was like a good 3-year period, or almost 4, I didn't go to any.
I imagine because like COVID definitely stopped that.
Oh yeah.
What was like some of your favorite like experiences at like conventions? Can I ask?
Experiences probably like getting to meet people. Like I remember I got to meet Steve Bloom at one convention. It's voice of Spike, Cowboy Bebop, Tom Toonami. Jim Cummings was at one. He's the guy that plays, like, he's known for like Pooh and Tigger, but he's a lot of characters. He's in like everything. Stuff like that's really cool to see. And I don't know, just getting out and like being able to go out and stuff, like getting like the past few times we went, we rented out like a cabin, so that was fun. The place where we were before that, there was like anime after dark stuff, so there would be like like you'd be able to go late night and like there'd be burlesque and stuff, which wasn't my thing, but it was always fun to watch like the people I went with enjoy it, you know. So like this is just a lot of good experiences. I miss it, and hopefully I get to go back one day. And because the last one I went to was just at a college, like it wasn't actually at like a convention center.
Yeah.
I think my favorite memory though, now that I think about it, the convention I went to when my house had burned down was at PAX East, so I went all the way to Boston. That one was insane. And then the second one I enjoyed the most was Anime Central in Illinois, where I got to meet some of my online friends.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It was really good.
Also, Hibby, I wanted to tell you because when this usually happens whenever I get to the toy portion, when I talk to people, I actually found out what kind of eel your buddy was.
Was that Gulper Eel?
Yeah, he's a Gulper Eel.
Oh yeah, I just found that out too. I've been trying to search. I've not gotten any more leads yet other than the Pinterest image, but I'm hoping
I found
if I keep digging up
I
on
found
something.
one link that I feel like this might be the plush, like the full body plush. You can tell me I'm wrong if this isn't.
Yeah, show me.
Because I found this like.
Oh yeah, that looks just like it. But yeah, no, it looks like it was on eBay at one point.
I like to help like try to find all the like old toys that people had.
No, I appreciate it.
No, absolutely.
I also just looked. The Fred Burger plush that I have isn't on eBay, but an even rarer one currently is. There's one that was given out to employees that they didn't get to sell. Is currently on eBay for $150.
Oh my goodness.
It's a goofy looking one. I like it.
Let me see it. Oh, he is very goofy looking.
Yeah.
I imagine that never sell him, obviously, but just like if you were to
no.
If like the hypothetical in another timeline, if you were, he'd be like worth a lot of money.
I'd think so.
He probably is.
It's like I'm finding the other Billy and Mandy stuff. There's a Grimm plush in the same line the Fred Burger I have.
Oh yeah.
On here, it's made by Kelly Toy.
Kelly
and I see it on here, but I can't. and they're expensive. Like the Grim is almost 200.
Mm-hmm.
The Mandy I found is 300.
Oh my goodness.
The Billy I see here is 300. So yeah, no, the Fred Burger I can't even find.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I take it back. I found one, and it is almost $200.
Oh.
Just by
Oh.
searching Billy and Mandy plush. It wasn't listed under Fred Burger, but yeah, I just found it, and it's pricey.
Oh, that hurts my organs to look at.
I know.
No, yeah, I again, like, I like to try to search up the items that people share with me. Just like, let me see if I can find it. Cause, funny enough, I actually helped one of the people like that I had on here like finish their collection for like ugly dolls.
Oh heck yeah.
I helped finish their collection because like we brought it up. And they were just like, man, I really want to finish it. And I'm just like, let me help you with that, buddy. No, I'll definitely keep an eye on the Gulper eel puppet.
Ooh, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm a toy hunter more than anything. That sounds weird when I say it out loud. Like I hunt the toys. It's just like me in like hunter's gear. I'm just like in a bush looking at like, I don't know, like a My Little Pony toy in the wild. That's how I feel like, but no, I understand like.
No, I totally relate.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on to my next question. What was your child hyperfixation? And has that hyperfixation left, or does it still linger, or is it 100% still a part of your everyday life?
I had a lot of fixations. Some stuff that fixated a lot of people in school would associate me with. Some of it has, like, I liked SpongeBob a lot as a kid. I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with it now.
Right.
Pokemon is something that's been with me since I was little that hasn't left. I'd say Pokemon for sure is something that hasn't left me, and in a way, Nintendo as a whole. Because as a very young kid, I got into Nintendo through Pokemon and playing Smash Brothers, getting a GameCube because of Melee, and so stuff like that has always been with me. I'd say that would probably be the answer. That's something that's stuck with me since childhood.
I'm trying to remember who brought it up, but I think it was my last person I talked with, Liberty, the last person I interviewed, because funny enough, a lot of the people who I interviewed, a lot of their answers has been Pokemon has grown into like their adulthood. It was like their hyperfixation.
Oh yeah.
Because like I think Liberty put it best. They said it's like if you still like Pokemon your adulthood, it's forever. Like it's not going away.
No.
It's like your parents, or like my mom, for example. It's like, oh, you'll grow out of it, and I'm 21 now. I'm just like, I still haven't grown out of it. It's like, it's still here. Like, I have like an entire shelf, like with all my Pokemon stuff, and I'm looking up like on my PC tower. I have like 3 Pokemon stuff on there.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, like Pokemon is definitely something I have not grown out of, and like. I don't think anyone can grow out of Pokemon genuinely, unless you get sad and old.
Yeah, I think it's very circumstantial if you do. Yeah, I agree.
Can I ask what's your favorite Pokemon currently?
Since childhood, it's been Psyduck. Psyduck's always been my favorite.
Oh, based answer. because was a Psyduck is like a big icon on my channel. I have a Psyduck character named Jared.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's actually based off an actual plush I have.
Aw.
No, I love Psyduck, and I love Jared too. do you have like a current, like what's your favorite Pokemon, like the recent gen that you have?
Or like a recent gen Pokemon?
Yeah, like with Paldea.
Oh yeah, no. Let me think here real quick, because I know I do.
No, take your time.
So like, I remember when Paldea stuff was leaking. I was so stoked that they had a dolphin Pokemon, so I really like Palafin a lot.
Yeah.
Both forms grew on me. I really like the regular dolphin form the most. But the weird All Might Mr.
the
Tuna
superhero one.
He's fine too. I don't hate him. He's nice. Clodsire has quickly become one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, big
Um,
boy.
Clodsire, what is it? Ceruledge, I think is
Sarah Ledge, yeah.
the purple knight one. That one
Yeah.
looks so like not like a Pokemon to me in a good way.
Yeah.
It's very like almost Digimon-ish. It's just weird to say, but very Mega Man EX
Yeah,
looking. You know what I
especially
mean?
armor. Yeah, especially Armor Rouge with like the blaster arms.
Yeah, they're very Mega Man EXE to me.
Mhm.
I like his design a lot.
Mhm.
Orthworm's funny. Cloth.
Oh my god, Cloth.
Belly Bolt.
There's a lot of good ones in Paldea. I'm really
Toad
happy with
Cruel's
Paldea.
funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
Toad's.
love Paldea's got a lot of good ones.
Mhm. No, okay. I guess with like the along with the Pokemon question, what's your favorite generation of Pokemon?
I would say the one I love the most. It's usually a toss up between Gen 2 and 3, but I think Gen 3 edges it out just a bit more in terms of what I'm the most nostalgic for.
So
I really,
Hoenn.
really so yeah, definitely
Mhm.
definitely Hoenn.
Mhm.
I have a lot of good memories. I still have my copy of Ruby, and I regret
Oh.
trading. A part of me regrets trading my Pokemon up. I like that I still have my Sceptile that I've had
Mhm.
in Scarlet and Violet now.
Mhm.
But I kind of wish I was could have cloned it, so I could have kept it in my Ruby version.
Oh yeah, I did that same thing actually, cause was it my first Pokemon game was actually Soul Silver, but it was the first one I played. My brother had like Leaf Green and Emerald, but I had my all time favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo, and I had one
That's a good
Mewtwo.
one.
Yeah, I
Mewtwo's also one I love.
yeah I love Mewtwo. He's always been one of
I
my
remember
favorites.
freaking out as a kid when I found out you could unlock Mewtwo in Melee. I was like losing my mind at that.
He's like, you can
Here,
be
because I'm
Mewtwo.
autistic, I'm gonna send you an image of my top 10 from each gen.
Oh my goodness, I'm autistic too, so I'm gonna love
Okay,
this.
cool.
Alright, so can I put this on the stream actually?
If you'd like, we could just go through this.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, free excuse to talk about Pokemon. Go, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I love Pokemon.
No, I fuck with Pokemon.
Me too, man.
Let me make sure it's
Me
like
too.
me too, me too. I'm just having a fun time talking with you.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
oh my god, this fucking image is huge.
Yeah, I know. I warned you.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so huge. I gotta make sure it's like, thank goodness it's not blocking the stream. I mean, it will, but
Will.
will. Oh my goodness. Is it getting smaller? Okay, there we go. Where I can see like the middle part. Chat, I hope you're doing well, by the way. Let me. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. Oh my goodness. It's like a workout.
Mhm.
There we go. So I think we can kind of see each one. Yeah, we can kind of see each one like this.
Oh yeah.
There we go. So you got Gen 1, Psyduck based.
Yeah.
Seer. I always loved the art style in the first generation Pokemon
Yeah, the
stuff.
very like watercolor look. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're actually one of the first few people. Yeah, I don't know many people who likes Mr. Mime actually. I'm not a Mr. Mime hater.
Oh,
I just don't know many.
I like Mr. Mime. I didn't like him when I was younger. I kind of grew to appreciate him.
Mhm.
I really like him in Pokemon Legends because like his idle animation is him like sitting in they really leaned into the mime thing
Mm.
and had him sit in like a chair and like drinking a cup that
Yeah.
isn't there. I thought that was really cute.
No, yeah. I like Mr. Mime now. Like I was definitely creeped out by him as a kid, but like you know, as you grow older, you become more appreciative of things you have.
Oh yeah, he grew on me.
He's just a guy.
Just a guy.
I'm very happy that Mewtwo's on like the top list. Like
Oh yeah, Mewtwo is one of my favorites. Like I like a lot of the top 10 list besides the stuff in the very front can kind of be listed anywhere. It's not
Mhm.
like definitive, but the
No,
main
yeah.
3 in the front I would say are definitive.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's very fair.
Yeah.
Let's see it for Gen 2. Ah, Oh, I love Meryl. Meryl's definitely a good pick.
I dressed up as Meryl for Halloween one year when I was a little kid.
Really?
Yeah, I had him as a Halloween costume.
Oh, that's so
I
cute.
had to leave for a bit. Yeah, this is a list of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, this is Hibby's favorite Pokemon. I should do something
Top
like
10 from
this.
each gen.
I should actually do something. I've always seen like top 3 or top 6. I should do a top 10 of like my favorite gen from this.
There's a really cool list where you can do top favorite by each type, but it leaves out a lot of
Oh
stuff that I like
yeah.
a lot because it's going by type, so I did this.
Yeah, I done
I got
that
like
one
a lot of
before.
overlaps.
Yeah, I've done that list before, and I was just like, this feels very like strict. I don't like how strict it is.
It's strict because then it's like you do Ghost, and it's like I guess I have to have Miss Drevis here, whether I like them or not. You know, it's
Yeah,
like sometimes that list is cool, but it's like very restricting at the same time. So I just did
yeah.
this one day. I was like, I'm too autistic for this.
No, I get you. Uh, no, yeah, I get you with that. Also, Dunsparce appreciation, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love Dunsparce.
What do you think of Dunsparce's evolution in Arceus?
I was I was very baffled by it when it leaked, and now I really appreciate it. It's very funny.
Oh, it was not Arceus, it was Scarlet and Violet. Oh, my bad.
Oh, I knew what you meant. I didn't
Yeah.
even catch that.
I caught it. I'm just like, oh shit. I mixed it up. I
Didn't even catch it.
no, but yeah, when I saw like the drop of Dunsparce's evolution, I laughed so hard because I was like, he's beautiful.
I was like, we finally get one, and it's this. It's very funny to me.
Exactly, and I just like everyone was just like, what? What the hell is this? What is this? I'm just like, you guys can't appreciate him. Uh, I'm very curious about Deoxys, actually.
Oh, I love Deoxys. He gives like he's kind of like the same reason I like Mewtwo. He fits that vibe to me.
I get
Um,
you.
just kind of like a cool pseudo legendary that's like
Mhm.
he's kind of similar in that regard. You know what I mean? Like how Jirachi kind of fits the kind of like the Mew of that gen.
Yeah.
Deoxys to me is kind of like the Mewtwo of that gen.
Mm.
I like its gimmick too. I like that it has different forms, but I was always a big fan of the original.
Mhm.
I remember being that's another thing about why I like Gen 3 so much. I was so fascinated with trying to get one of those. I never got one legitimately. I think I got one from like a friend of mine that traded it away from like a Game Shark, but like
uh,
I was very fixated on that one when I was young.
that's fair. That's fair. I'm seeing a general like running theme with a lot of your favorite Pokemon, like just like either
Hmm.
like silly
Yeah,
guy or very like creature-esque.
there's very much a theme. I
Yeah.
have a type.
Yeah, I can see it. I can very much see it. And usually it's like that's a good thing you have a theme. I don't know what my theme is genuinely. Cuz
And you don't have to. You don't have. You like what you like.
that's
I'm just very obvious with what I like.
No, that's fair. That's true. It's just sometimes hard to like. It's like personally with me, I like to think like if I can build a theme, I can come up with like a design for it. Cause like I
Yeah.
like making like OC designs with like my themes. Like so when I say OC, I mean Persona. But no, yeah, I
Oh,
can.
I totally get that.
Yeah, I can see the little dudes and also like the guys, the dudes. There's little and then
A
big
dude.
dudes.
Oh
uh,
yeah, there's some big dudes. There's little dudes. There's like I like a lot of there's a lot of frogs if you've noticed
I do
as you
see
go on.
that.
There'll be a lot of frogs.
I do see that. Oh, okay. Here's like a fun Pokemon question, if I can ask.
Mhm.
What would you
Yeah.
categorize like your type, your favorite Pokemon type?
I like little guys the most. So like little round, like I guess Psyduck, Politoed, Marill, Jigglypuff, which I grew to love Jigglypuff, not just because of the anime, but because Smash Brothers. But like,
Mm.
uh, I don't know, probably goofy Pokemon. Like I
I
like,
meant more like Pokemon like species type.
oh, like what do you mean by species?
Like are you more of a water type favorite or you're like an electric type Pokemon favorite or
That's a good question. I don't know. I like bug type a lot, and I like ghost types a lot, but
Mhm.
I don't know if it reflects my favorites as much. I seem to like a lot of like water and
Yeah.
grass and like other stuff in here, but it's very mixed.
Mhm. I usually like to like ask just like because I always like
Oh yeah.
it's just like a fun question. She's like, oh, what's just like your favorite Pokemon type and all that.
Yeah, probably bug or ghost if I had to pick a type.
No, yeah. Oh, okay. Here's like a. I know your favorite Pokemon. What's your like the Pokemon you hate if you have one?
Interesting. I don't think I like actively hate a certain Pokemon though.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to put me in a corner, probably the one. What's that one from Sword and Shield that like looks like a deer, but then its form is being put on top of the two horse Pokemon? I just think it's very
Oh,
lazy.
oh, I know what you're talking about. He's honestly I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember his name because I don't care about that Pokemon
Yeah,
either.
to me, it's a very meh
Mm-hmm.
design. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that.
No, yeah. Was it one of my friends like joke calling him like Mr. Big Brain, Mr. I work out at the library.
Work out at the library.
Yeah.
I mean, that Pokemon by itself is fine, but then
You pair it
you
with
can just
another's.
mix it. You pair it with the horses, and it's just them on top. It's just weird. I don't like
Yeah.
that very much.
No, yeah, that because that's like it's kind of weird that they have to like I don't know. It's just like that. It's like the first time that like two Pokemon have to be like paired together to be one. It's a little odd to me. I guess the execution's more odd because like there's like
Yeah, definitely the execution.
yeah, definitely the execution because there's like was that one fish Pokemon from Alola that like if there's multiple it
Hello,
turns into,
Momola.
yeah
Oh no! You're thinking of
what was it? It's like it turns into big fish basically if there's lots of them.
I know exactly the one you're talking about, and the name is it's a clever pun.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it too.
It's called Wishy-Washy.
Wishy-Washy, yeah. I think
I like Wishy-Washy.
yeah, I like Wishy-Washy too. I think the execution is much more like it's not even like two different Pokemon. It's just like it's just cooler the execution of like multiple
It's a
Pokemon.
creative idea.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to hate Pokemon because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of it's very creative, and in my opinion, just sticking that deer on top of the two horses to me just seems not very creative.
No, I get you. No, I get what you're coming from. It's just a little strange.
It's just strange. Hard for me to. If I had to pick something I'd hate, it's probably that. I think you've seen this before. If we're still on the subject of Pokemon, I
Let me
did
see.
draw top 3 favorites in like a poster design.
I did see that. I did. I think I like commented on it saying like, "Oh, I might try something similar to this." 'Cause
Yeah, I remember that. I think.
yeah, I haven't got a chance to do it yet. But because it's
Yeah.
really, I'm gonna show your art on here because like Hibby art is so good.
Okay.
Hibby art's so good.
Well, thank you.
Of course. Look at this chat. Look at this magnificentness. Oh, I love how like you frame it so perfectly as well.
Thank you.
It's really pretty. It's very nice.
Thank you. I've still not printed it out like I want to. The whole point was to make a poster, and I've still not done that.
Oh, this one like oh, I hope you do get around to making it as a poster because like this is a really nice. This would be cool as a poster.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, it's beautiful. I love the color composition, the way that Kelsion and Politoed are like making like the X. That's really nice.
Yeah, I
Oh,
noticed the connection with those two having long tongues, so I just went with it.
oh no, it's really cool. Oh, I love that. No, it's I'll just round of applause to it.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. No, I always loved your art, Hippie. It's
I love your art too.
oh, you just stop. uh, no, you're great, Hippie. All right, so
Shaw.
Shaw. Okay, so moving on, a little moving on from Pokemon, and since the question
Yeah.
has like been generally answered because duh, Pokemon. Oh, okay. I don't know how much of a person you are the simping culture, but what was your first fictional crush as a kid, and does that crush linger to this day?
Ugh. So like this is something I was fixated on because I liked Nickelodeon as a kid,
Yeah.
and I was talking about SpongeBob. I liked Fairly Odd Parents a lot as a kid. Despise it now.
Uh,
I can't stand the guy that made it. He's a hack.
yep.
I
Understand.
think I like. I think probably Trixie Tang, and definitely that's a hard no now. I don't like anything about Fairly Odd, but that's probably my first.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely not about any of that these days.
No, I totally get that. No, the creators. Yeah.
Yeah.
uh, so I usually also toss this like as another question is like, do you like any other like fictional characters now, or like into like
Do you want
adulthood?
me to send you something again?
Yeah, sure, I don't mind.
All right, hold on. We're gonna have some laughs.
Oh boy.
If you want to see what my taste is nowadays,
Yeah, sure, hell
there's gonna
yeah.
be like there's gonna be some that are gonna be like I get it, and then there's gonna be like some that like I don't get it. But here you go.
Can I show this on the stream?
Yeah, share my shame.
Share the shame. If I could like get the thing to save image, hold on. There we go. Okay. I'm not one to shame because like my taste is like also very questionable to a lot of my friends. So I'm not gonna shame that much. I will be asking questions just to get answers to, so let's see.
Please do.
I see Melanie, I see a lot of Pokemon, which is like understandable.
Yeah, there's a Pokemon row.
Rarity from MLP.
Yeah, Rarity's the best pony.
No, she's my favorite of the main 6.
Same.
I love Rarity.
You know, she wasn't always my favorite. I think when when the pony craze was at its highest, I liked Fluttershy, and then it was Pinkie Pie, and I still like Pinkie Pie. But ever since I met my partner, it's been Rarity. We love Rarity.
Good taste, good taste. She's always been my favorite. I see Rouge, it's obvious. Princess Peach, a lot of, was it, not, I almost said Squid Games! Splatoon!
Yeah, Squid Games.
Miku base, obviously. Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Miku. Specifically that one.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's like kind of one of her older designs. So your Megra, Shell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Can I ask the biggest, I guess the biggest question that is in the middle?
Yes. Babs.
Yeah, I don't know who she is first of all, but is she?
She's Babs from Chicken Run, and she's a big comic relief character. She's just funny to me.
I see Kazooie as well. I'm not gonna judge on Kazooie.
Kazooie's a bitch. It's all the vibe. Kazooie's just a bitch. Most people question Camilla, the Muppet chicken, that she's just a chicken, and it's like, how do I justify that? It's like, well, if you watch the Muppets, you'll know Camilla's the baddie, and if you don't, you don't know.
She's with
I'm not
Gonzo,
saying,
right?
Yeah, all I'm saying is, if I were a Muppet, I'd cut Gonzo.
You know what? I'm not even gonna like judge on that. I get that.
Yeah, no.
I'm guessing like the 3 in the middle, the big 3 in the middle are the ones you get questioned the most. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at them. They're all birds. I learned something about myself when I made this list.
You like chickens a little too much.
I think so.
I'm sorry if I'm laughing so much.
No, it's funny.
I may actually hold on, like I think I have something to share with you, like a bit of my shame, just to make you feel a little better.
Oh no, by all means.
Where is it? Basically, one of my friends had this thing where it's like a character crush bingo, and like I can show like my taste to you.
Oh my god.
It's very much on the theme of like majorly old men, but like some of them are just like.
We got some monsters, some, like creatures beyond our comprehension in here. We got Charlie Doppler. we got. No, some of these I get. And
yeah.
You really do like Mewtwo.
Yeah, I do.
No, it's fine. I'm not judging. I am in no place to judge.
Yeah. I think the ones I get the most eyebrow raises at is Ban right there under Maxie.
Oh, right? Yeah, no. I'm not gonna judge. I know too many monster fuckers.
Yeah. Every time I shared to like anyone, I was like, oh yeah, I like Ban from Garden Ban. People was like, what? That's your worst hear me out. Tim's like, no.
Listen, you're fine. You're not having to be like, you're not having to hear people out on 3 chickens, okay? You're fine.
this is a safe space with you.
It's not like 1, it's fucking 3.
I'm not judging either. I'm just more curious of just like where
It's all for like different reasons. Like,
I get that.
By happenstance, it's chickens. It's all by coincidence.
I also see Mifa in one of the corners, which I'll shake your hands on that.
Oh yeah, Mifa's good.
He's like, I like Sidon personally. He's just like, yeah, Zora's, yeah. I just want to take one more like look around the. I see Animal Crossing characters too, which is also based.
Oh yeah, gotta have some of those.
I like Tom Nook personally.
You're so valid for that.
Yeah, he's big and round.
I like big and round.
Oh no, these are. You know what? I give this a thumbs up. This is a good list.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that you're still that you're a connoisseur in the simpage like I am.
Hell yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad we both can appreciate that.
Okay, so moving on from crushes, what sounds, smells, or images trigger your nostalgia? You can go in order, by the way, if you want.
Oh, okay. Sounds. It's a good question. What would trigger nostalgia for me? What I consider most nostalgia is cartoons, so probably if I heard something from my childhood, like theme songs or something from it, that would trigger it. Smells. It's probably why I'm still so fixated on junk food. I love chips, of sour candy, stuff like that is very nostalgic. Images. Well, like, I don't know, the stuff like my stream group posts all the time, like RARXD, a lot of old internet culture stuff kind of takes me back when I was younger and first discovering the internet.
No, yeah. Oh, very good answers to all of these. Yes. You brought up food, like chips earlier. Can I ask like what specific like flavor of chips like really brings you
So
back?
I grew up at a young age liking like barbecue, but nowadays it's like I love salt and vinegar. I love vinegar based stuff. It's my favorite.
I have a brother. He always ate barbecue chips. So I don't like barbecue personally, but like I get nostalgia for the because like he always ate them around me. So I get that part. Salt and vinegar, you said was your favorite?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I'm more of a sour cream and onion person myself.
You can't go wrong with that either.
No, you can't. And so like chips, you said like sour candies.
Yes, I love sour stuff.
Is there like a specific like sour candy that's always been like you like Warheads or like?
Well, my go-to one when I was a kid is like sour Skittles. Like those make my mouth bleed. I love them.
What was like? Ooh, okay. Here's like a throwball question. What was like one of the worst candies you had that you can remember?
Anything that's like, I don't know. I feel like anything that's like hard candy that's coffee flavor or something, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah. Do you just not like coffee in general, or?
Oh no, I love it. I don't have it because I can't really do caffeine much, but something about that. I think it was just a bad experience, like thinking it was tasting like something else, and just the shock of it. I think is probably like a memory I have. It's like, a fan of that.
No, that's very understandable. I'm not much of a coffee person myself, so that's like it just sounds like very ugh.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So continue with the conversation nostalgia. And this is kind of like a trick question that I always throw at people when I ask this question. Do you think that nostalgia or having nostalgia is a weakness or empowering as we grow up?
I think it's empowering. I think it's something that, I personally wouldn't want to lose about myself. It's a reminder that what I went through as a kid was like that happened. It's something I wouldn't want to kind of neglect and say like, well, this is a part of my past now, and I should go by these beliefs. I feel like that's a bit more closed-minded. I like finding people like me. I like people that like I can talk to and be myself and be silly around. I feel like that is, I don't know. It's just something that I think means a lot to me. I wouldn't want to hide that part of myself.
It's definitely like a part of you, and that's something like you don't want to like fade away or like forget.
Yeah, I don't want to pretend I'm something I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because
No, I totally get that. No, that's understandable. Because like, whatever happens like in our own personal nostalgia is definitely like built up to like who we are growing up. And like that'd be like upsetting if like we just kind of like, I guess like push that off or like forget who we are basically.
Totally.
No, that's a good answer. Good answer.
Hell yeah.
I always like I never know what to say after just like yes.
No, you're fine.
No, yeah, but no, I definitely agree with you. Just like having like that like sort of background, like because like we all grow up from different backgrounds and we like grow up with different like things and situations and family and like. And we experience different things or the same things at different times and all that, and like how we experience them, like it kind of shapes who we are, depending how we like take it in, and like
yeah,
and like and depending on like however we take it, kind of like shapes us as a person. So I do think it's important to like know where our roots are, basically.
Oh, for sure.
This is like a fun question. If you could bring one thing from your childhood into the current day and age, what would it be? And this could be anything from like old TV shows to discontinued products to anything.
Oh man, I've already got my finger on the trigger for that one. Where is Discord?
What is it?
Oh, food. Specifically, two things that are very nostalgic to me.
Okay.
This brand of Doritos and these brands of Sprite, I miss to this day.
Oh, you were so ready for this. Oh my goodness.
I was ready, dude. Those fucking Doritos were amazing, and I haven't had them in decades. And I remember being in like middle school drinking those Sprites, like they were everywhere. You could get like 3 different types of Sprite remix. Oh my god, I miss these so much.
So smoking cheddar barbecue and Sprite. I've never. I only had like the 2 basic flavors of Doritos. So I didn't even know about like this or even like the Sprite remix before.
Oh my god, man, these would take me back. Like if I could have these, I would be happy.
Just set for life.
I'd be set for life.
Oh, there goes my sandwich.
Mm.
Yeah, I have a little react thing where it's like Kermit running away with my sandwich.
Oh my god.
I have like a few react things on here.
That's funny.
Hi Diltrax. Thanks for having Kermit steal my sandwich for me. Again. Kermit's sandwich. But it's like, what did the Doritos like? I guess taste like? Because like I don't know. Besides like barbecue.
Oh my god. It was a very tangy barbecue, but you could also taste the cheddar. It's very self-explanatory. It was really good, and I haven't had anything that's been able to replicate it, and it pisses me off that I can't have it.
What year was this released in?
it was sometime in the early 2000s.
Really?
I remember around that. Yeah, both these things were early 2000s.
I think I recognize the Sprite, but I've never seen like the Doritos. Maybe it's because I don't look at.
Yeah,
I wasn't exposed to Doritos a lot as a kid.
No, you're valid for that. I don't know, man. They weren't around long, so I don't blame you. But fuck me, I miss them. They were my favorite. And they got like a new barbecue and like a black bag, and they're okay, but they're not these, and they're very spicy, and I don't mind that, but they're not these. I miss these.
They have to specifically be like this smoking cheddar barbecue.
Yeah, it's like this had a specific tangy flavor that I just haven't been able to find, man. Like I can't. Oh, I get emotional thinking about these.
I mean, yeah, like you had like you had these like a lot as a kid, basically.
Oh yeah, I did. They were my go-to once I found out what they were.
Well, I was gonna say like how was like your experience like trying them? Like first time experience, like you got your hands on it, you're just like, oh, let me try this.
Like most chips, they made me happy.
That's understandable. It's so valid.
Oh my goodness.
Have you tried all these Sprite flavors, by the way, or only like one of them?
I've had all of them, and the third one was more rare than the others, so I didn't get. I think that one was gone the quickest, but tropical I think is still around, but it doesn't taste exactly this. It's bottled, right? Like
yeah,
you can still find Sprite Remix. I think what let me find it. Let me look it up here. You can find it bottled at certain
like gas
stations,
yeah.
And it's called like just tropical now, and it's you know the thing where like it still tastes good, but it doesn't taste like that.
No, it's very not it.
It doesn't taste the same either. I think it's a different formula.
Yeah, like just from looking at the bottle, I can tell it's like.
Yeah.
No.
Like all the fun's taken out of it.
It's so boring to look at.
Telling me.
What was your favorite, like, out of the 3 flavors? Between, like...
Definitely berry clear. I love berry flavored things. But it's really good, too.
So...
I think, yeah.
I was gonna say, so, like, out of anything you'd bring back, like, these 2?
Yes, although there is a Sprite I'd bring back in my area, because it's apparently at other people's places. When I went to fucking Illinois, like, the McDonald's I went to, you could have this flavor into, like, a freezy. And then when I went back to mine, they don't have it, but fucking Sprite Lemonade. Like,
Oh!
That is shit so sour. Like, it's Sprite with, like, like very heavy, like, lemonade taste.
Yeah.
Fuck me. That's my favorite fucking soda. I'm pissed that I can't. Like, it was around during the pandemic. I'm fucking livid. I can't fucking buy it. But I'm glad that I guess I can find it in small places, like when I go out of town or like visit friends. But I'm mad. I want it. It's my favorite.
So is it just like in your area? It's not there?
It's just not. It used to be in like grocery stores, and I just can't fucking. I can't find it anywhere now.
I still see Sprite Lemonade like regular. It's just like sold out there. I'm guessing
it's just not like carried where I'm at, unless listen, if I go to like a Walgreens, maybe there'll be one at like the convenient in the back, maybe, and I'll be lucky to find that, but that's it. Back during like the pandemic, for a couple years, I could get cases of it at my grocery stores, and they don't carry it anymore.
They just got dried out Sprite Lemonade, apparently.
They just don't like that. I just love Sprite. I love every November when Sprite Cranberry comes out.
Yeah.
That shit. My partner and I love that shit. Just love Sprite.
A very big Sprite fan.
A big Sprite head.
Big Sprite head. If there are 10 fans of Sprite, you are one of those fans. If there are 2 fans of Sprite, you are one of those fans. If there are 0 fans of Sprite, you are dead.
I am dead. Yes.
Understandable. I don't drink soda a lot, but Sprite's one of the few sodas I was like, yeah, I'll drink it. I don't like many
Yeah,
other sodas.
I like stuff with no caffeine. It's got carbs. It's no caffeine or like no dark sodas, and that I don't know, just really good. I like it.
It's just the best.
It's objectively the best.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, alright, so moving on to my next question. What was, like, your thing as a kid? Was it art, gaming, writing, or any of the sorts? And how's that hobby or skill developed over the years? And how would you compare it to your younger years?
Oh, it was absolutely art. So like if people knew me, they either knew me because of my fixations, like, oh, that's that dude that likes SpongeBob or Pokemon, or they knew me because I'm the dude that just draws all the time. I wasn't like the best artist around. Like I had a cousin that actually was a way better artist, and like whenever there was like art contests and stuff, I would usually get second, they get first. So like there was always that competitive sort of thing. But like I was known for an artist, known for like drawing and coming up with like cartoony stuff. That skill has definitely evolved. I never let go of that, and it's taken me places in terms of friendships. I've had I have friendships that are like starting to go over half my lifetime. Like my friend Dami, I've known for over half my life now, and I met him through a Pokemon forum, Cerebi.net. I used to make sprite comics, and we met as kids. And just people I've met through DeviantArt and through VTubing. Being an artist has really, it's honestly helped to shape my life for the better, I think.
It's really
compared
connected.
to my, yeah, it's helped me connect with people. I'd say that like my younger self would be happy to know where I'm at now, to where like my love of art has taken me and shaped me as a person.
Well, were you like, you said like you, like people in school knew you, were you like the weird art kid, basically?
Oh yeah, I was raised in the deep south. I was always considered weird, but, you know.
Understandable.
Yeah. You know, when you grow up with a bunch of rednecks, you know, someone like me will stand out.
Oh no, yeah, I have a few rednecks in the family, so I get that. I'm just trying to like think of like what was like your favorite thing to draw as like a kid? Was it like drawing Pokemon or just like little like cartoons like SpongeBob and all that, or?
Well, I would like drawing stuff from television, but I liked making up things. I always liked coming up with original stuff. I'd always have like characters. And I still like making OCs and stuff to this day. I still, let me think. One of my oldest ones, I think I drew as of recent. In recent, as I'm talking like past couple years recent.
Yeah.
One of my oldest OCs that let me see, from 2005 is this dude. It was just a T-bone steak. So this was something I drew a lot.
He's just a T-bone steak?
So yeah, no, I have a bunch of little dudes. Let me see if I can find my little dude OCs.
Okay.
That are a mix of stuff from my childhood. So like, this is a bunch of stuff. A lot of these I draw as when I was a kid, but they've changed a lot over time.
Oh, they look so cute. Aww. Can I put this on like Illustrator to show show it off?
How about this one? Because this one has the old art for comparison.
Oh my goodness, they're all so cute. Oh my god, they aged.
They aged, dude.
They've grown old. Oh, I love these little designs and how they changed. Like some of them was like they look the same, but then some of them was like they developed in like character.
Yeah, I always like coming up with little dudes. Like I was always drawing like tiny, small guys.
Did you put these little dudes in like little situations or like comics? What'd you do with them? Can I ask?
I did do comics. A lot of, I think I have some somewhere. Let me dig up on the old DeviantArt.
Oh, take your
I
time.
know. Yeah, I know I've got some stuff in here of these guys. Let's see.
I think I have to say my favorite dude, the ghost or the crab.
What year was this? This was like fucking 2009. So this is very cringe, but here you go.
Oh, so it's old. Oh my goodness.
This is very
Oh my goodness. The picture with Heavy in the background.
Yeah, you could tell this is old shit.
Would you ever go back and like remake these comics, like as now as they're updated, or?
I mean, if people would be interested in something like that, maybe. It's hard to find time. The sucky thing about being an adult and needing to work full time is that it drains you.
Yeah.
And I also am a VTuber, so like it's hard to find the time to do. I've had like a ton of ideas for stuff I like to do. Like these are just some OCs. Like I'm sitting on like a bunch of like these ones. I like, yeah, like I want to do stuff with like these ones.
Oh yeah, I see these characters on your Twitter. I think they're very pretty.
And like I had an idea for cryptids over the pandemic, like living in an apartment, and these were some of the designs I came up with. So like I like coming up with stuff, but I don't ever have the time to commit and sit down and work on something.
So you come up with like these designs, but like you just like again like you don't have like the time to like execute who they are and all that.
Yeah, like if I didn't have to work, I'd probably would be making comics. To be honest, it's just hard to find the time to.
No, that's understandable. The designs are very pretty though. Like they're very cute. Yeah. Can I ask? Did you ever like go to like a college afterwards after you graduated high school, or?
Briefly, I went to like community college, and I didn't learn much from it. Like I did practice some anatomy, some figure drawing, and like, but I ended up flunking out because like I mostly just had electives. I didn't have like a major or anything. I didn't know what I wanted to go to college. I just knew I was getting flung into college because my mom said I had to.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't my choice. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I ended up just one class confused me, and I remember there was one class. It was for what I don't even remember what it was for, but it was something, right? And I thought I was studying it right, and I remember did the first test for it, and it was completely not what I studied for. So I just stopped going to that one class.
Was it just like school was too much, basically?
It was too much for me. Like I don't know. Like school's always been kind of too much for me. Like at a young age, I knew. Yeah, I can look back and tell at a young age that I was definitely on the spectrum, but I just didn't know it until my late 20s.
Right. No, I get that as like a similar situation. Like looking back, I wasn't diagnosed as like when I was younger, but like as an adult, it's like, oh, I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah, no, that realization. I remember my early 20s, I was ashamed by it. I'm like, there's no way, I can't be. And then like the older I got and the more people I met, I'm like, it's actually fine. Like there's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, yeah, I feel like that's something like most adults who are on the spectrum and like learn later on, like it's like kind of hard to like realize and all that. I did like a whole essay paper during my second semester in college about like adults with like who are on the spectrum, especially like because I suffer with ADHD specifically. So I did like a whole paper on it because I didn't discover I had ADHD until I was an adult. Just like looking back, it's like, man, me being in those reading groups in elementary school didn't point anything out. I was in a lot of like self-help classes because like teachers had a hard time with me and I had a hard time like learning. So I was put into a lot of reading groups. I don't know if you had that in your school by chance.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we absolutely did.
Were you like in a small group with people, or like did you ever have to be on like one-on-one with teachers?
I had to be one-on-one with teachers before, like for certain, especially in high school. There was times where I needed some after-school studies with teachers and stuff to pass. I won't lie. There was times I actually just wrote. I remember I would write stuff on tiny bits of paper and just cheat because I couldn't study. Like I definitely like I can't. This is kind of sad to admit. I couldn't name all the capitals.
No, you're so fair.
I never really learned that.
You're so fair because like me neither.
Yeah, no.
No, like honestly, when I was a kid, when I got like dragged out of class into like reading groups, I thought I was like, oh my goodness, I'm special. Oh my goodness, I'm like so well liked. The teachers don't want me I'm like the teacher wants me away from this class. Oh my god. And then I realized I was like, oh, you're just autistic. No, you weren't special. You were just autistic. which is a little disheartening now because no one told me, right? Because like,
right, like nowadays it's like what can you do? How there's no way to really properly treat an adult with autism. Like what good is a I'm not even big diagnosed. I've tried and
Right.
I, I'm not gonna bother with it because like there's not really a benefit to it. Like I could have got the help I needed is long since passed. So it's like
Right.
fine.
It's very much like it's very much it's both like too late in the struggle when you realize as an adult. Also, hi Axel, how you doing? Because like again, like I didn't realize I was on the spectrum until I was in my 20s, which is like recently. um, but like no, it's very like again I did like a whole paper on like adults being on the spectrum, finding out later. It's very much like struggling to like for a lot of adults because like most adults like now like most adults who are on the spectrum is like hard for people to like have a job or stick with like a steady like schedule. It's very difficult, especially if you're like not really treated.
Oh yeah.
It's hard, and like I wish people would be more apparent when like they're kids, because then it'd be easier to like help them understand at a younger age. But no. So
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword too, because I also feel like mentally it would have been beneficial to know that, but socially I feel like I would have been ostracized by my peers for
no,
them knowing I was
yeah.
autistic. Because at that time, I don't think it was socially acceptable.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I get that too, because it's like a double-edged sword. Because like on one hand, it could benefit your adulthood, but it can also stagger your childhood. Because like,
Yeah.
because like, it's really insensitive. Because like, when I was in school, I don't know if like the kids at your school did this, but like, any kids who were like more apparent to be on the spectrum were like called like the weird kids, like more insultingly wise, like the weird kids.
Right, right.
And like you know when you're a kid, it's like, oh, I don't want to be a weird kid, but it's like it's a spectrum. It's really upsetting that like kids kind of like demonize that almost.
Oh yeah,
So
no doubt about that.
so it's like almost like it's really upsetting, and it's like you gotta be careful when approaching that and like kind of like telling people about it, because like people can like you said, like ostracize like kids when it comes to that. And but at the same time it's like, oh, it's beneficial for like adulthood, but it's like again double-edged sword. So
Yeah.
there's still like that at college, some people are on the spectrum like me. Oh yeah, I get that, Axel. No, yeah, it's just it's really hard. It truly is. I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what it means. Like, is like what like the was it the spectrum that is the autism spectrum. For lack of better words, I can't string together. But no, I definitely understand where you're coming from, like from school stuff
Oh yeah.
though. I definitely understand that.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. So continue on, like your from your childhood specifically. What would you consider the cringiest thing you did as a kid? This is a safe for work question, BTW. Would you do that same cringy thing, or would you have changed it if you could?
What is the cringiest thing I've done when I was a kid?
Mm.
I don't. I'm trying to think.
Mm.
Oh, never mind. I know it. I know it. 'Cause I told this story. The one where I was like stuck. I was locked in the passenger seat of my mom's car while she was shopping,
Mm.
and I needed to use the bathroom, and I used it in a empty Pringles can I had in the car, and I wiped with pages of a Bible that was in the back seat.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my!
This is just common knowledge. I tell this story all the time. I wouldn't change it. It's funny. It's a good story to tell.
Did you just like rip out random pages from the Bible?
Yeah, I ripped out like the first few pages from the beginning and just wiped my ass with it, you know?
Like whose Bible was it? Was it like your mother's or?
I'll be frank. They never noticed. They didn't read that shit.
They never
I assume
noticed?
it was that. I think it was given to them. You know what I mean? Like they never
Yeah.
noticed. It never caught on because once my mom came back, I got out of the car and went to the nearest trash can outside. It was at the mall and just threw it away.
How old were you when it happened? Can I ask?
Like 10.
10?
I was like 10.
Just damn.
Yeah, I know. I was a smart kid. I got away. I got away with that shit, man.
Did you ever tell your mom when you got older?
More recently, yeah. I never told anybody the story until I got into RAR XD, and then they loved me for it, and then I decided to be open about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what was like your like? It was not too much. Like, what was your mom's reaction when you like told them the story?
She thought it was hilarious.
I'm just like I'm just like in shock, like just like not like a negative,
Yeah.
but just like damn, Hibby. I mean, like, just damn, you were like slick with it.
I was slick with it, man.
Okay. Here's like an important question with that. What was the Pringles can? Like, what flavor was the Pringles can?
Oh, I'd probably barbecue, knowing me. That age. I can't remember the flavor, but I'm sure it was barbecue.
Fair enough. Of course, we briefly mentioned that, and you would not change that.
No, because it's made people laugh.
It's making me laugh. So fair enough. That's fair. Yeah, that's just awesome.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so continue on like your past self in question. Do you think your past self would be excited or and proud of the person you become, or do you think otherwise?
I think they would be very proud because I always, when I was like in kindergarten, I wanted to work with cartoons and draw for a living.
Mm.
And while as I got older, I realized the industry is not what my mind made it out to be, and it's a lot more difficult.
Mm.
They'd be very proud to see that I do sell art for commission work, and all the friends I've made through art. You know, like I think little me would be very happy.
Just to see that like you, even like you're not in the industry, you've still pursued the passion.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
I think anyone who's an artist and was an artist as a kid can definitely like that. That's like every little artist's dream, just to continue what they love. It
Exactly.
it is really sad because like you brought up like the industry stuff and like it's not what it seems like, which is very true because like
No.
when I was like in high school, I went to like an art high school and I always wanted to work at like, you know, Disney or whatever. But then you realize it's like, oh no. Was like Nickelodeon the one that you want to work at, I'm guessing?
I mean, yeah, just anywhere I would have been fine, but definitely Nickelodeon would have been one I would have loved.
Mm.
Um, yeah, like I've always wanted to do something like that. It's just very hard to break in nowadays. I mean, I have a ton of friends that do it. It's just the industry's fucked at the moment.
Right.
I'm just glad to be able to draw on my own terms and all the people I've met through it. So I've never really gave up that dream. And like I've been able to sell merch of like my VTuber, like my ideas. Like you can once Donut Moth opens back up, if y'all want HibbySloth plushes, there's some left. Like you can buy those.
Oh yeah.
But that's an accomplishment.
How does it feel to have like your own plush of your character?
Uh, Very rewarding. It's like an accomplishment. You know, it's something that, you know, I never thought, you know, I'd be able to do. I'm grateful.
I actually this is kind of like I should have asked this earlier when it came to like when you're drawing like when we were talking about your OCs. When did you come up with your persona? Your first persona, I should say.
So Hippie I first came up with around like 2020. I was wanting to get into VTubing, but I didn't want to use my old design that I was on, like when I was first my old online persona, which was one of the little dudes I showed you. It was a little ghost character.
Ah, okay.
And I wanted to be something different. So, because I also felt like that character kind of represented a more younger me, and I feel like I've kind of aged. And like, I don't know, I gravitate towards sloths. I wanted to make something that kind of represents how I feel and how I look and what I like. And like Hibby's, like a lot of the colors and like clothing designs were there, but like proportions were not. So like I think the first pass on Hibby was very like lanky looking and kinda I don't know, just very lanky. And then eventually he got very tiny,
Very short.
very short and very chubby.
with every sloth. Oh wow. Ooh. That's very weird to see Hibby like tall like this.
Yeah. And this was the first pass when I was like trying to VTube. This is what he looked like.
Mm.
And then this is what I like to go by now. Just a lot more smaller. It's kind of shrunk.
It's so interesting seeing like the progression of is hibiscus was that always been the name?
That was where the Hibby part came from. It kind of evolved into Hibby, but yeah, that's where it came from.
Ah, okay. Hibby lore, huh? That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really interesting. I always love to see like the character progression of like people's characters and Sona's. That's really I like that you've so far just stayed the same, just like got like shorter and rounder.
Yeah, it's just what I felt more comfortable with. Like I think it's because I was just so like ready to, I don't know, do something new because I was a little guy online for so long. And then I just slowly kind of reverted. It's like, no, it feels right. This feels right to be tiny. I need to go back.
I need to go back. It just, you slowly felt yourself out as just like time went on and you just felt more comfortable with like making Hibby a little bit more you kind of base.
Yeah, exactly.
I get what that means, yeah. I definitely understand that. I'm happy you found that like kind of comfort with your character as like you went on. Of course. So, and like while your if your past self would be proud of you, would you for like the next question, if you could go back in time, what would you tell your past self?
I would, because I know my old self was very emotional. I would just tell myself that it would be okay. Just try not to worry so much, and that times might suck for you right now in certain areas, but you will be really happy one day.
That is something. That is something I feel like a lot of, like it needs to be heard a lot in people's lives, especially when like we feel like we don't have anyone there.
Oh, for sure.
So it's important. It's a very good answer. Good message. Well, I have reached to my last question for you, Hibby, in my document, and this is the by far most important question I always ask everyone every time I do this interview. Did you have layup sketchers as a kid?
Layout sketches?
Light up sketchers?
Oh, light up sketchers. No, because I was barely ever outside. I kind of regret. I kind of wish I had light up sketchers. Those are boss.
You didn't even have like Heelys, like the one with like little skater wheels?
No, I never learned how to ride a bike. I was always scared of the idea of doing it.
That's fair. That's fair. So you didn't have any layup shoes?
No, I didn't. I just wasn't an outdoor person.
That's fair. That's very fair. Well, Hibby, that's the last of my questions, and that's all I have for you. If you have any if you want to have any questions for Hibby or me or anything, or Hibby, if you have any questions you want to ask, I'm free to answer. But if not, thank you for being here, though.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
No, absolutely.
Can't think of anything, but I'm glad to have been here and talked with you and catch up.
No, I'm very happy that you could make time to be on here, and just like,
yeah, of course.
I was like I haven't talked to you in a while. I've only like seen your Twitter and all that, and I'm just like, oh, Hibby, oh my god, Hibby, I should talk to Hibby.
Yes, you should.
Yes, I should. But if no one has questions for now, I will send everyone off to go bother my good friend Bear, because he is streaming right now, and I feel like bothering my friends. So and also a reminder for anyone in chat, if you have not, definitely go support Hibby on their Ko-fi. Definitely go do that. Actually, let me give you a shout, Hibby, because you deserve it. HibbySloth. There we go. Go check out Hibby's channel. Very talented artist, very funny. If you love nostalgia sort of themes, definitely go check out their channel. It's very good, very fun vibes that you have on your channel.
Thank you.
I love what I don't often talk in your chat, but I often lurk because I just love the casual vibe your channel has. It's very cute.
Thank you.
Of course. So let me prep a raid for y'all. Again, thank you all so much in chat for stopping by, listening to me and Hibby talk. A lot about Pokemon, a lot about our childhood, a lot about autism. No, but thank you again, Hibby, for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, no, of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm gonna send y'all off into a raid to go bother Bear. I don't usually have a raid message, just stick around and, just mess with Bear. That's always what I tell people.
Okay.
For my chat, I will be, streaming tomorrow. I'll be continuing my Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke, and I'll also be doing another, Nostalgia Chatters episode this Thursday. I'm not gonna tell who the guest is, because I always like to keep that a surprise, but I'll catch y'all in the next few days with streaming, and yeah, thank you again. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!